Welcome to Think English Daily. Today we will dive into the timeless story of Cinderella, a journey filled with courage, kindness, and hope. Through this story, you will not only enjoy the magic of one of the most beloved fairy tales, but also learn useful English words and expressions that bring the story to life. Step by step, we will explore how Cinderella faces challenges at home, receives an unexpected invitation, meets her fairy godmother, and discovers that kindness can change her future. Get ready to follow her magical adventure and learn English in a fun and meaningful way. In a quiet little house, far from the grand palace, lived a kind and gentle girl named Cinderella. Every morning she woke up before the sun, not to play or dream, but to clean, sweep, and serve her stepmother and two stepsisters. They gave her endless chores, and though her hands were tired and her clothes were plain, her heart was always filled with kindness. One morning, as Cinderella scrubbed the floor, her stepmother walked into the room with a sharp voice.
"Hurry up, Cinderella. The floor won't clean itself."
Cinderella.
Yes, stepmother. I'll finish right away.
Her two stepsisters sat nearby, not lifting a finger to help. Instead, they laughed and ordered her about. Stepsister 1.
Cinderella, bring me some tea.
Stepsister 2.
And polish my shoes, don't forget.
Though their words were unkind, Cinderella never answered with anger. She quietly carried on with her chores, believing that kindness was stronger than cruelty. And so, while her days were full of hard work, her spirit remained gentle, and her dreams alive. One afternoon, the quiet house suddenly filled with excitement. A royal messenger arrived at the door, holding a golden envelope sealed with the king's crest. Messenger.
By order of His Majesty, there will be a royal ball at the palace. Every young lady in the kingdom is invited.
The stepsisters gasped with delight. Stepsister 1.
A royal ball. How exciting.
Stepsister 2.
Imagine, we might even meet the prince.
Their mother clapped her hands and smiled with pride. Stepmother.
"This is our chance. You must look your best, my daughters."
In the corner of the room, Cinderella held her breath. Her heart fluttered with hope. Cinderella.
A royal ball. How wonderful it would be.
But as quickly as her hope rose, it was crushed by her stepmother's cold eyes.
"And you, Cinderella, do not even think about going. You belong here with your chores."
Cinderella lowered her head, hiding her disappointment. The dream of the ball seemed to drift farther away. Yet a small spark of hope still remained in her heart. That evening, when the house grew quiet, Cinderella slipped into the garden. The stars shone above, but her eyes were filled with tears. She whispered softly, as if no one could hear, "Cinderella."
I only wished for one night, just one chance to feel free.
Suddenly, a gentle light filled the garden. From that glow appeared a kind woman with a warm smile and a shimmering wand in her hand. Fairy godmother.
Dry your tears, my dear. You shall go to the ball.
Cinderella.
But how? I have nothing to wear. No carriage, no shoes, nothing at all.
Fairy godmother.
Leave it to me.
With a graceful wave of her wand, the garden came alive. A pumpkin turned into a golden carriage. Mice scurried together and became fine horses. Cinderella's old dress sparkled and transformed into a gown of silver and blue, and on her feet appeared two shining glass slippers. Cinderella gasped, hardly believing her own eyes.
Oh, it's beautiful. But is it real? Oh, Chung.
Fairy godmother.
Real enough, my dear. But remember, this magic will last only until midnight. When the clock strikes 12, everything will return to the way it was.
Cinderella.
Midnight, I understand. Thank you, fairy godmother.
And so, with her heart racing and her spirit filled with hope, Cinderella stepped into the carriage. For the first time, she was on her way to the palace. The palace glowed with music and laughter that night. Guests filled the grand ballroom, dressed in gowns of every color. Yet, when Cinderella entered, the room fell silent. Every eye turned to her. Her gown shimmered under the light, and her gown shimmered under the light. Glass slippers sparkled with every step. The prince noticed her at once. He walked past all others, stopping only in front of her. Prince,
May I have this dance?
Cinderella.
Yes, Your Highness.
As the music began, they danced gracefully across the floor. No one had ever seen the prince so captivated. Cinderella felt as if time itself had stopped. For the first time in her life, she was not a servant, not a girl in rags. She was simply herself. But then the great clock began to strike. 1, 2, all the way to 12. Her heart froze. Cinderella.
Oh no, it's midnight. I must go.
Prince.
Wait, please, just tell me your name.
Cinderella.
I'm sorry, goodbye.
She fled from the ballroom, running down the palace steps. In her hurry, one glass slipper slipped from her foot, but she could not turn back. As the final bell rang, her gown faded, the carriage vanished, and the magic was gone. She stood in the dark night, breathless and barefoot, with only one glass slipper to remind her of the dream she had just lived. The very next day, the kingdom was buzzing with news. The prince had declared he would marry the mysterious young woman from the ball, the one who had left behind a single glass slipper. He sent his guards to search every home, determined to find her. At last, they arrived at Cinderella's house. The stepmother hurried her daughters forward. Stepsister 1.
Try it on me. I'm sure it will fit.
Stepsister 2.
No, it must be mine.
One after another, they forced their feet into the slipper, but it was far too small. The prince shook his head, disappointment growing. Then softly, Cinderella spoke from the corner. Cinderella.
May I try it, please?
The stepmother laughed sharply. Stepmother.
Impossible. She's only a servant.
But the prince held up his hand.
Every young lady must have a chance.
Cinderella stepped forward. She placed her foot into the slipper and it slid in perfectly, as if it had been made only for her. The prince's eyes lit up with joy. Prince.
It's you. I found you.
Cinderella smiled, tears of happiness shining in her eyes. Her kindness, patience, and hope had led her to this moment. And so, she left her life of hardship behind and began a new chapter filled with love, respect, and dreams come true. And so, Cinderella's journey reminds us that no matter how hard life may seem, kindness and hope can change everything. Quickly review the key English words we learned today. Chores, stepmother, kindness, royal ball, invitation, excitement, fairy godmother, midnight, and slipper. These words helped us follow Cinderella's story and can also help you describe your own experiences in English. Now, I want to hear from you. Which scene from Cinderella inspired you the most? Was it her kindness at home, the magic of the fairy godmother, or the moment the slipper finally fit? Share your thoughts in the comments below and tell us, what story should we learn from next? Thank you for joining us today at Think English Daily. Keep practicing, keep dreaming, and remember, every story is a chance to learn something new.